Magazine news and gossip. Yaman takes revenge. Demet Özdemir's new relationship sparks a furious storm. What would happen if the drama from a celebrity breakup spiraled out of control? What if one of the exes couldn't just walk away, but instead turned the whole situation into a public spectacle, crossing lines and risking everything to sabotage their former partner's happiness? How far can jealousy, resentment, and the thirst for revenge push someone, especially when the whole world is watching? These questions have been swirling ever since the news broke that Demet Özdemir, the celebrated Turkish actress and singer, is in a new relationship. While many saw this as a fresh chapter in her love life, her ex, Yaman, clearly had other plans. What began as a shocking revelation, Demet's new romance has evolved into a full-blown drama, with Yaman at the center of a toxic spiral of revenge that could threaten more than just the privacy of both parties. Could this explosive situation destroy both of their careers? Could the constant media buzz lead to deeper personal consequences? Let's dive into the storm that's brewing. The fallout, a love that turned into revenge. The unexpected news of Demet Özdemir's new relationship hit the media like a ton of bricks. Fans and followers were instantly curious. Who is the lucky guy? What does this mean for Demet's image? Yet, amid the excitement, one person was quietly shattered by the news. Yaman, her ex. The actor, known for his charismatic presence both on-screen and in the tabloids, was left reeling by the announcement of her new love interest. It wasn't the fact that Demet had moved on, it was how quickly she had done so. For Yaman, this move wasn't just a personal blow, but a public one. He had been by Demet's side for what seemed like a lifetime, and in his eyes, it seemed as though she had discarded their history like it was nothing. And in that moment, Yaman's world went from grief to anger, and eventually to a chilling desire for revenge. In a matter of days, his social media presence took a dark turn. What started with a few cryptic posts turned into an all-out campaign. The initial posts were subtle old photos, an occasional video of them together, with captions hinting that the past was still very much alive in his heart. But soon, those posts became more pointed, more personal. Yaman shared intimate messages between him and Demet from their relationship, with a caption that could only be interpreted as a thinly veiled threat. "She'll never forget me. We had something real." But that was just the beginning. The social media frenzy, Yaman's weapon of choice. What Yaman didn't anticipate was the viral firestorm his posts would cause. Social media platforms exploded as fans and critics alike tried to decipher the hidden meanings behind his words. And it wasn't just the fans, the media outlets latched onto every detail, speculating wildly about the real motives behind Yaman's actions. Was Yaman simply heartbroken and looking for closure, or was this something darker? Why was he sharing such private moments from their past? Why release these intimate photos when he could have just quietly moved on? These questions flooded news sites, with every new post adding fuel to the growing flames. But Yaman wasn't done yet. His next move was even more controversial. Rumors started circulating that he had gone beyond just posting pictures. He was now digging into Demet's past relationships, trying to unearth any dirt that could damage her public image. Was he trying to humiliate her? Was this his way of clawing back control over a situation where he felt powerless? Yaman's social media activity became increasingly erratic, almost manic. He posted cryptic messages accusing Demet of not being the person she pretended to be, hinting that she had a history of running from relationships when things got tough. But in all of his posts, there was one theme that stood out. He wanted to make Demet regret moving on. He wanted to make her feel as though she had made a mistake in leaving him behind. One post, in particular, was particularly telling. He wrote, "You'll see, this isn't over," and attached a photo of the two of them, smiling together at a gala event, from a time when their relationship was seemingly perfect. This seemed like a clear message that Yaman wasn't going to let Demet's new love go uncontested. His obsession with winning back her attention had reached a boiling point. And now, the world was watching. Crossing boundaries. How far will Yaman go? Many in the industry and Yaman's close circle started to voice concerns about his increasingly erratic behavior. There was a feeling that Yaman was no longer acting out of love or heartbreak, but out of a deeply ingrained sense of possession and entitlement. He wasn't just an ex-lover trying to cope with a breakup. He was a man who had set his sights on destroying Demet's new happiness. A source close to the situation said, "What Yaman is doing isn't normal. He's pushing boundaries. It's clear now that he doesn't just want Demet back. He wants her to suffer. He wants her to regret every moment that she's moved on from him, and he's willing to destroy her peace to make that happen." But Yaman's behavior isn't just causing personal harm. It's now damaging his public image. Fans, who once adored him for his charm and wit, have begun to turn on him. No one wants to support someone who's willing to use personal, private moments to try to bring down their ex. His former fans are now questioning his integrity, wondering whether the man they admired was always capable of such cruel manipulation. Celebrities who once called Yaman a friend have started distancing themselves. People in the entertainment industry, especially those who know him personally, have begun to speak out about his toxic behavior. Some say that he has always been possessive in relationships, but this new level of obsessive behavior has taken it to dangerous extremes. Demet's response: silence or strength? On the other side of the equation, Demet Özdemir's response to Yaman's campaign of revenge has been silence. For now, she has said nothing publicly about her ex's actions, which has only fueled the speculation that she is planning something of her own. Many fans believe that her silence is a strategic decision. By not reacting, Demet is taking away Yaman's power over her. Her inner circle remains confident in her ability to handle the situation with grace. Demet is a professional. She has dealt with much worse in her career and personal life. Yaman's behavior is a reflection of his own immaturity, not hers, one of her close friends said. She's been through this before, and she knows that the best way to deal with this is to rise above it. The more she stays quiet, the more it exposes Yaman for the actions he's taking. Her supporters have rallied behind her, sending her messages of encouragement and strength. Many believe that Demet is quietly using this situation to fortify her own career and personal life, as she remains a figure of positivity, professionalism, and resilience. Still, there's no telling how long Demet will remain silent. With Yaman continuing to escalate his public attacks, it seems inevitable that Demet will eventually be forced to respond. Will she confront him head-on, or will she continue to build her career and happiness outside of the noise he's creating? What's next? Will Yaman's obsession backfire? The stakes couldn't be higher. Yaman's desperate need for attention and control has put him on a dangerous path, one where he risks losing not just Demet, but everything else he has worked for in his career. His obsessive behavior is being scrutinized by the public, and it's hard to imagine that this will end well for him if he continues down this road. For Demet, this could become an opportunity to show the world her strength and grace. Will she rise above the chaos, or will she get drawn into the drama? With the media constantly on her heels, it's only a matter of time before we see how Demet responds to the actions of her ex. In the meantime, Yaman's every move will be followed with bated breath. Is this just the beginning of a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, or will it blow up in his face? Only time will tell. Stay tuned to magazine news and gossip for all the latest updates on this explosive drama.